Ladies and gentlemen, I am here to tell you that sometimes too much productivity can be a bad thing. It leads to toxicity, and in the end, it'll make you less productive. Let's get into it. Good day, YouTube. My name is Ali, and this is Work vs. Life, a show that's dedicated to giving you creative ideas and advice to help you win back your day and lead a balanced life. So the other day, I was being less than productive, scrolling through social media, and I came across a post that I thought was very interesting. It was an influencer, and she was kind of talking down to her audience, saying that she's the most productive person in the world and that her audience was not productive, that they were lazy or something like that. And it started a big uproar and people got mad at her. And in my own mind, I thought about it a little bit and I came up with something that really was interesting. You see, when you're out there talking about you being the most productive person in the world and you're signaling this to people, you're technically putting yourself on the spot, not in front of your audience, but in your own mind. You're building toxicity up. What happens is if you keep telling yourself that you're the most productive person, every day you wake up, you're trying to be more productive than you were the day before. And you build this up in your own mind and you create this toxicity that you have to achieve something that technically is unachievable. Productivity does not equal hard work. Get that out of your mind right now. Productivity equals balance. The mistake that people always make is that they have to work hard to be productive, and that is not the case. As a matter of fact, you probably don't need to work hard. You technically just need to work consistently, and you need to show up all the time, and that's really the name of the game here. So we don't want to lie to ourselves, or anybody in that manner, to say that we are the most productive person in the world, because you are not the most productive person in the world, and you don't need to be the most productive person in the world in order to be happy. And guess what? If you are the most productive person in the world, there's a good chance that nobody really cares. And if you go out there signaling that you're the most productive person in the world, you probably are just turning off a bunch of people. The whole promise behind this channel was not for you to become a 16-hour-a-day working machine. It is for you to create balance in your life so you can be happy and do the things you want to do and still lead a life where you can support yourself and be productive. So a while back, I was watching a documentary on Hugh Hefner and Playboy, and what I really liked about this documentary was that it really depicted the life of a businessman that was really devoted to his business. What the storyline really did a good job of showing the audience here was that over time, as Playboy became this behemoth brand, that Hugh started pulling himself away from his family and pulling himself away from everything else in life. He spent all his time working. He never really got away from the work life. It was just an integrated world of Playboy, business, and living. What I learned there was no balance. Even though Hugh Hefner was an amazing businessman and he created an amazing brand and he had excellent vision, he may not have had everything else in life that was balanced. If you are trying to be the next biggest thing in this world and you keep telling yourself that, that's fine. Those are great aspirations and goals. But be kind to yourself and understand that you don't need to work so hard. You need to work balanced and you need to show up and be consistent all the time. And if you do that, that actually equals hard work. And it's interesting, right? Everybody knows Hugh Hefner for that robe that he wears. What's interesting is that robe actually symbolizes something that is toxic. Hugh never actually left his house. He woke up in the morning and he wore the robe and he was integrating work into life. And what that creates is a level of toxicity because he could never separate work from life. He was never going home to his family. He wasn't going out and spending time with friends. All he was doing was working on Playboy, which is amazing because he created jobs for people and he created a brand, and I think that's all beautiful. But that's not you. You are an individual that leads a balanced life where you have family and friends and things that you want to do for entertainment and creativity. You need to understand that you don't want to wear a robe all day. You want to wear your business outfit, then go home and you put on your robe. But that is what work versus life is creating that balance so you can stop working and go back to your regular scheduled life. So here are 3 tips that you could implement right now to help you lead a more balanced life and actually be productive and not have to work as hard. Tip number 1, if you're being productive, you do not need to announce to the world that you are productive. If you're not being productive, you feel compelled to tell everybody that you're productive. What you need to do is sit back, relax, and show up every day to work. Tip number 2, stop comparing yourself to the hyper-productive people that are out there in the world, like the Elon Musks and the Jeff Bezos. All these people are superheroes that have been put into position to lead you astray from what your goal in life is. It's a nice thing to have high aspirations and goals in life to be the best version of yourself. I get it. But it's also nice to go out and enjoy some time with your family and friends and just relax and be a human being too. So ask yourself this. Do you want to work your life away just so you can say you worked your life away? Or do you want to work and be happy? Tip number 3, we are not going to work just so we can say we are working. A lot of times what people do is they use work as a form of escapism. They go to the office and they bury themselves in their work and they forget about their life around them. That is not what work is all about. When you show up to work, what you have to be thinking about is, how can I get this done in an efficient manner as fast as possible so I can go back to my regularly scheduled life? So one of the keys to non-toxic productivity is consistency. I created a video about it right here. Check it out and let me know what you think.